Tonight on the National Rundown, a snowstorm in the Northeast. Putin waits for an apology, and McDonald's tests a new sandwich. Welcome to the National Rundown. I'm Jennifer Spencer.
And I'm Alyssa Kampa. The Syrian government executed up to 13,000 prisoners in mass hangings and carried out systematic torture at a military jail near Damascus. On Tuesday, rights watchdog Amnesty International said the executions took place between 2011 and 2015. The executions were carried out secretly, and those killed were buried in mass graves outside the capital, with families not informed of their fate. Reports say the victims are overwhelmingly civilians who thought to oppose the government.
There was a mix of rain and snow in the Northeast this morning. Roxana Sabiri has more.
A fast-moving snowstorm pounded the Northeast, leaving cars stranded on New York's Long Island.
Don't underestimate the potential danger.
At one point, the snow was coming down 3 inches per hour on the streets of New York City. Schools closed, but some people still had to work.
I still gotta do the delivery, try to attempt, because some places are open, and yeah, just get stuff done.
In Morristown, New Jersey, police helped pull out a stranded commuter bus. Massachusetts and Maine could see the worst of it. The National Weather Service says those states could get up to 1.5 feet of snow by the time the storm ends.
We appreciate everyone staying home and off the roads as the storm continues.
Thousands of flights were canceled early Thursday, but airports are slowly starting to try to get back to normal. In Bucks County, Pennsylvania, the cleanup began as soon as the snow stopped.
You have to get it off before it gets too heavy.
During the height of the storm, the parks here in New York City remained open, but the mayor asked people to stay away until the storm became less intense. But Central Park was packed with people.
I think if you can take advantage, why not?
It's been a mostly snow-free winter for the New York metro area, so people are enjoying it while they can.
The snow dog loves it.
The 2013 building collapse reached a $227 million settlement. During the collapse, 6 people were killed and 13 people were injured. The jury found the Salvation Army and owner of the building, Richard Basciano, responsible. 2 unqualified demolition contractors are serving prison terms for involuntary manslaughter. The lawyers of the victims called this the largest personal injury settlement in state court history. Under terms of the agreement, all parties are not saying how much each defendant will pay out.
57-year-old Steve Mango claims the owners of Lifetime Fitness in Montvale, New Jersey, failed to maintain their building in a safe condition for visitors when a block of ice slid off the roof over an entrance and hit him in the head. He sustained severe, painful, and permanent injuries that required costly medical care. The suit demands a jury trial and unspecified monetary damages.
Now over to Ellen Unger with some of the latest information from the sports world.
Thanks, Alyssa. The Eagles released veteran cornerback Leotis McKelvin on Wednesday. McKelvin was set to make a $2 million salary with a roster bonus of $1.2 million in 2017. By cutting him, the Eagles gained $3.2 million in cap space. The New York Giants have re-signed defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo after his defensive unit went from the worst in the league to one of the best. The The Giants allowed the second fewest points in the NFL this past season and improved as the year went on. He will be entering his 7th season as defensive coordinator. Sam Shields was released from the Green Bay Packers organization Wednesday. The football player has suffered 4 concussions while being in the NFL. Over the past 2 years, he has only played in 2 of a possible 23 games. He had 1 season left on the 4-year, $39 million contract he signed in 2014. Back to you guys at the desk.
After the break, find out which Fox News anchor Russia is demanding an apology from.
Got a quarter?
Bill O'Reilly of Fox News is not apologizing for calling Vladimir Putin a killer anytime soon. On Monday, Putin's spokesman Dmitry Peskov asked for an apology from the news anchor. O'Reilly responded on the air that evening by saying, quote, "I'm working on that apology, but it might take a little time. Might want to check in with me around 2023.
Now here's David with entertainment news and a preview of what's going on at the Grammys.
Thanks, ladies. The 59th Annual Grammy Awards are coming back to the Staples Center Sunday, February 17th at 8 p.m. in Los Angeles, California. Queen Bee leads the pack with 9 nominations. Drake, Rihanna, and Kanye all have 8. Chance the Rapper has 7. Sia has 3 nominations and is hopeful about winning her first ever Grammy. Ariana Grande is also hoping to win her first Grammy. She has 2 nominations. Performing at the Grammys this year are Beyoncé, Adele, 1 year removed from a botched performance, Lady Gaga, fresh off the Super Bowl, will collaborate with Metallica, The Weeknd will team up with Daft Punk, Chance the Rapper will make his Grammy debut. He is the first ever artist to ever be nominated for a streaming-only album. John Legend and Cynthia Erivo will duet. Bruno Mars will perform at the Grammys for the first time since 2013. Sturgill Simpson will, up for Album of the Year, will perform. Katy Perry will make a surprising performance at the Grammys. She has not released a song in quite some time, and so who knows what she'll sing. There are many others scheduled to go also. Back to you at the desk.
Here's Joe with the World News.
Thanks, guys. The Eiffel Tower is going to have an 8-foot wall of reinforced glass built around it to protect it from terror attacks. The Paris mayor's office says the wall will replace metal fences that were put up for the Euro 2016 soccer tournament. If approved, the project will cost $21 million. America's new top prosecutor, Jeff Sessions, has said the United States must bring an end to illegal immigration when he was sworn in earlier today. Sessions said, quote, "We need to end this lawlessness that threatens the public safety and pulls down the wages of working Americans." President Donald Trump said the former Alabama senator would be a great protector of the people. Yesterday in Somalia, ex-Prime Minister Mohamed Abdullahi Mohamed beat President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud in a surprising result. Somalia has not had a one-person, one-vote democratic election since 1969. Mr. Mohammed's election is part of a lengthy process to help the East African state rebuild its democracy and achieve stability. With the World News Minute, I'm Joe Cicchino. Back to you.
San Francisco Mayor Ed Lee announced the city would become the first U.S. state to offer free college tuition to all San Francisco residents. The plan is expected to take effect fall of 2017. The city will provide the college with $500,000 to help the funding for free tuition. The proposal also allows wealthy students to receive free tuition from a 2-year community college. 9-year-old Joe Maldonado officially became the first openly transgender member of the Boy Scouts on Tuesday. He joined the New Jersey pack a week after the Scouts announced that they would allow transgender children to participate in Scouting. Maldonado said, quote, "This is fun, I'm so proud, and I am accepted, and I'm actually in the Boy Scouts."
Senators Ben Sasse and Richard Blumenthal doubled down on claims that Supreme Court nominee Neil Gorsuch was angered by President Trump's recent efforts to undermine the judiciary system. The lawmakers discussed personal conversations with Gorsuch during appearances Thursday on MSNBC, hours after Trump lashed out at Blumenthal on Twitter. It's unclear what Trump's particular objection is to the remarks made by Blumenthal. Here's Matt Cass to discuss the new Secretary of Education. Matt?
Jennifer, it's a pleasure to be here.
Hi, thank you for coming. Who is Betsy DeVos?
Well, Betsy DeVos is from Michigan, and she made most of her money by marrying into the founder of Amway's family. So that's where her background comes from.
And why was her confirmation so significant?
Well, for those of us who are political wonks, it was the first time the vice president has ever had to use his tie-breaking vote in Senate history to confirm a cabinet nominee. While he had been called on before in the history of the governing body, he had never been used for this particular purpose.
And why are people so concerned with her confirmation?
Her biggest issue is that she doesn't really have any experience in education whatsoever. She didn't go to public school, her children didn't go to public school, she did not go to a public college, and now she's in charge of running the entire regulatory body for the public school system in the U.S.
Wow, thank you, Matt.
Thank you for coming, Matt.
Absolutely.
Longtime al-Qaeda leader Abu Hani al-Ashari was killed in an airstrike in Syria by U.S. military. 10 operatives had been killed in a single strike last Friday, and a second strike killed Mashari Saturday. Mashari was said to have set up and run al-Qaeda training camps in Afghanistan during the 1980s and 90s. Al-Mashari had ties with bin Laden and al-Zawahiri, who became the leader of the terror group when U.S. forces killed bin Laden in 2011.
The city of Seattle drops financial relations with Wells Fargo due to the Dakota Access Pipeline. City council members came to a unanimous vote to divest $3 billion as part of an ordinance consisting of city funding and ethical banking. This came in response to the Army's announcement of approval of the final permit to build the pipeline.
Coming up, find out about a new cancer treatment.
Captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new. Hello, is anyone there? Ugh.
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened? Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
McDonald's is looking to add to their menu with a favorite sandwich from the Bay Area. The Snow Crab Sandwich, created by local chef Ryan Scott, has been introduced in 4 stores in San Francisco. If it satisfies customers, the sandwich could replace the filet of fish. It consists of crab meat, celery, seasoned mayo, lettuce, and tomato, served on a sourdough bun.
Sony, NEC, Panasonic, and Hitachi LG settled a class action lawsuit that has been in the works for over 7 years. The companies were accused of colluding to inflate the prices of optical drives sold to big companies and retailers. If you bought a computer with a DVD drive between April 2003 and December 2008, you are eligible to receive $10 for each drive purchased.
A clinical trial led by Dr. Steven Rosenberg is using gene therapy at the National Cancer Institute in Bethesda, Maryland. The treatment involves removing cells from a tumor, your body's own cancer-fighting cells, multiplying them by billions in a lab, and then returning them back to your body to fight the tumor.
Coming up, we'll take a look at the weather.
And I can't change, even if I try, even if I wanted to. My love, she keeps me warm. 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 She keeps me warm.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Days seem to be warming up. Here's Mavish Khan with the weather.
Thanks, guys. Tonight, skies will be mostly clear, but it'll be about 18 degrees, so it'll be kind of cold today. And now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Friday, there'll be a high of 33 degrees, a low of 27 degrees, but it'll be mostly sunny. Saturday, there'll be a high of 50 degrees, a low of 41 degrees, and it'll be cloudy. On Sunday, get your umbrellas ready. There'll be a high of 50 degrees, a low of 41 degrees, and there'll be some showers throughout the day. And on Monday, there'll be a high of 46, a low of 29 degrees, and it'll be a little cloudy. And on Tuesday, it'll be cloudy again with a high of 48 degrees and a low of 35 degrees. Now let's take a look at our weather window. So taking a look at the weather window, we have a picture over here right outside of Bunds, and you can see the snow. It's kind of melting away. This was taken a little bit later in the day. The grass is starting to peek out. The roads are looking really good right now as well. Here's another picture, and you can see, I mean, when I was looking outside my window, there was like, you could not see the grass at all, and now it's all peeking out. So how did it look outside your windows today, ladies?
I was a little nervous this morning, but then I looked again this afternoon and I realized there wasn't much to worry about.
No, yeah, I usually drive through the local roads and I was like, there's gonna be ice, I have to be careful, but it was awesome, it was so clear.
Yeah, I'm just amazed that it was almost 70 yesterday and now we have snow on the ground.
It's scary, honestly, but I'm a fan of the snow, so honestly, keep it coming. I love my boots and my scarves.
Yes, no, we'll keep the snow away for a little longer. That's all for the National Rundown. I'm Alyssa Compa.
And I'm Jennifer Spencer. Have a good night.